Welcome back. We'll start with Unit 4, that is Part 1. In this part, we shall study the different procedures in order to download the embedded code, the debugging process which is involved in embedded systems. Then we shall see the details about remote debugger, simulator and emulator. Okay, so that is a debugging process which is mentioned here. Coming to introduction. The software to be executed on the target embedded system, it is called as target code. Okay, the resulting code created after subjecting it to build process is called as binary executable code, or it can be called as a hex code, which we normally write. Okay, now this code has to be somehow put on the target system, that is our embedded system, and the process of putting this hex code on target board is called as downloading. Okay, so the process of putting this target code onto the board is called as downloading. Fine. Now coming to the downloading the embedded code, there are the code to be run on the target embedded system is always developed on the host computer. Okay, and the process of putting up this code onto the target chip is called as downloading. There are two methods in order to carry out this. The first method is using a device programmer, and the second method is using ISP. Okay, so the first method is using device programmer. So there is a piece of hardware which works in two steps. The first step is you create, once the binary image is ready on the computer, the device programmer is connected to the computer and this image is transferred to device programmer. The second step is the microprocessor or microcontroller in any memory chip, usually the ROM which is supposed to contain this binary image, is placed on proper socket. The device programmer contains a software interface through which user can select that particular target microprocessor for which that binary image has to be downloaded. The binary image is then transferred bit by bit to the chip. The second method is using ISP. Okay, now certain target embedded system, they contain piece of hardware called as ISP that have a hardware interface to both computer as well as chip. Okay, so there is one interface present to both computer as well as chip, so it becomes easier. Fine. So these are the two methods in case of downloading the embedded code. Next, coming to debugging process, let's understand what is the meaning of debugging. Process of eliminating bugs or errors. Okay, so the software which is written, the code which is written to be run on embedded systems may contain some errors. Okay, now there is a problem over here. The problem over here is to find bug or error in binary image downloaded on target board. It may be free from syntax errors, but still if embedded system does not function the way it was supposed to be, then it can be a problem of hardware and software. Okay, now the difficult part is once the embedded system starts functioning, there is no way for programmer to know the internal state of the components on target board. One method, the simplest method, which is the third point in this slide, is by using LEDs. Okay, like in case of C, what we can do is if there are many loops or there are certain conditions, what we can do is just to check if the loop is working properly or not, or if we put some printf statements inside this loop, and if you just want to check whether those printf statements are getting executed or not, whether the entry is going inside loop or not. Okay, so one of the simplest method in case of C or C++ is to put some printf statements inside loops. Okay, now in case of embedded systems, one method which can be used is pattern of LED blinks. Okay, this pattern of LED blinks, it can be used to check if the control enters a particular piece of code. Okay, so that method can be used in case of embedded system. Thank you.